This just in! Scootaloo's pet hippopotamus has escaped. Actually, it wasn't really her pet. She just wanted to see if Spike would be able to pet sit a hippopotamus. Turns out, he can't. In other news, Scootaloo has been banned from the Ponyville Zoo. I'm Joe Stevens, and this is the Equestria Inquirer. Good evening, Ponyville! Yes, Plank, we know you can't say hippopotamus. Just be happy that Scootaloo didn't go with her initial plan of trying to teach the hippo to fly. Don't want to go through having an airborne large mammals raining on Ponyville again. Our top story, Spike has been arrested. We all remember Spike's legal troubles of illegal file sharing by file marrying copyrighted music and literature to ponies, a process known as roar-renting. But now, Spike has had criminal charges placed on him. This comes as a result of Spike's repeated, insisting, unrelenting, badgering attempts to do favors for ponies. And I mean that last one literally. Spike shoved a badger in ponies' faces till they let him do a favor for them. It seems that upon pet-sitting several pets of the elite paramilitary group known as Main Team 6, Spike was given jewels in exchange for this service. Discovering that he could receive jewels as payment for a favor, Spike proceeded to seek out giving favors to as many ponies as possible. At first, the favors were minimal. Spike asked for a small jewel in exchange for helping Carrot Top water her garden. He asked that Big Macintosh allow him to collect flowers for a pony who was to remain unnamed. He asked that Derpy Hooves allow him to file the insurance claims after Derpy dropped another house on Junebug, which we're still trying to figure out how that happened, and was given a jewel in exchange for getting Zombie Junebug some lotion. Her skin gets real itchy. However, there are only so many favors that need doing in Ponyville. And so Spike became a little more insisting. He began offering insurance against possible future favors. Unreliable sources have reported that on one occasion, Spike approached Mr. and Mrs. Cake and said, it's a nice bakery you got here. Be a shame if something would have happened to it. You'd need a favor to fix it. Might not be someone around, so's good ideas you pay me. One gem would do it. And in one particular incident, Spike was quoted as saying to Cheerily, I will do a favor for you. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I will do this favor for you. You give me this gem. Spike claims that this was all just innocents seeking to do favors in exchange for gems, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a business license.
Do you have a snow globe in your house right now? Well, if it's not a certified Crystal Empire snow globe, you might as well keep dog excrement on your humidor. I mean, don't you care about what you bring into your home? Or do you think they're too much trouble to get? Is that it? Well, you know who thought they were well worth the trip? Sweetie Belle. You think you know so much better than Sweetie Belle all of a sudden? Arrogant little turnip farmer. In fact, don't buy one of our globes. Crystal Empire snow globes may be the very finest you can possibly get, but we can certainly do better than you. You disgust me. But still give us money.
I have just received word that Truthy Trutho-True is sending a live feed from his office regarding a story from last week. Truthy, what news from the Orbital Truth Cannon?
Thank you. Although local offshore Rainbow Dash would almost certainly deny it, some believe these black holes pose some threat. Studies show that these vortexes have a tendency to appear spontaneously in the offices of journalists a few seconds before they go on air, thereby ruining perfectly good stories about pie eating contests. They're not Pulitzer bait, but they're necessary. The mysterious and inconsiderate holes are thought to be highly unstable due to pastry enthusiast Pinkie Pie's involvement, and are scaring the out of myself and my camera bear. Help us! Back to you, Joe.
Spike's arrest searching for gems, newly re-inaugurated Princess Celestia has come up with a solution. Usually, Princess Celestia likes solutions that kill two birds with one stone. Her strange anger towards birds notwithstanding, this solution addresses both Spike's desire to bother ponies till he gets gems, and the growing inflation crisis in Equestria. It used to be that you could live off of a simple salary of a few gems. However, due to Princess Celestia's haphazard and incalculable economic policy, which, so far, has consisted of saying that gems are valuable and hoping that things work out in the end, the value of gems in relation to bits has dropped dramatically. This makes sense when you think about it. You can literally dig up gems all over the place. There are beings of minute intelligence who mine them for kicks. Ponies, they wear them on their clothing, for crying out loud. What's the financial exchange rate of Equestria anyway? Is it 1 bit for a gem? Does the size of the gem matter? Are bits of one color or gems of one color more valuable? If a shave and a haircut is worth 2 bits, then how many gems is it? I don't know, but I really need a shave and a haircut, and all I have is a weird-looking pink gem. I'm not sure how much is valuable. I'm not sure how valuable it is, but it's got to be worth a shave, right? In any case, in order to simplify the equestrian currency system and to alleviate inflation along with Spike's annoying desire to do ponies favors, Princess Celestia has appointed Spike to eat the treasury. Celestia has assigned value to a certain gem list based around color and size and availability, and will have Spike eat the rest. We will all soon celebrate that we will have a gem-to-bit exchange ratio that makes sense, and a very satisfied dragon. That or Spike will eat every gem in Equestria and we'll all be in extreme poverty. I'm betting on the latter. Cross your fingers that we'll be able to sell crystal ponies for money. Sure, that may sound cruel and to use ponies as currency, but nobody cares about the crystal ponies anyways, and we might as well sell them. And here's TechRat with this week's Mares in a Minute. Why yes, I did get that idea from merchandise. Yeah, selling crystal ponies, it's a great way to make money. No, it's not. No.
Thanks, Joe. Those Sultans of Swing, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, have been arrested once again, this time for illegal base jumping. Police intercepted them at the bridge just outside of town and took them into custody just moments before they flung themselves into the rocky stream bed. The arresting officer commented that the girls' homemade parachutes would have failed miserably, and had they been able to complete their jump, they would have earned their cutie marks in compound fractures. According to Scootaloo, the only reason they were attempting to jump off the bridge is because Rarity would not let them leap from the top of Carousel Boutique, having complained about something called liability. Despite the fact that the girls are underage, the police still charged them with the misdemeanor. They explained that they were sick and tired of the girls' destructive attempts to earn their cutie marks and thought a night in the holding cell with other miscreants would scare them straight. However, the police were unaware of how traumatic it can be to be locked in a small space with the CMCs for any length of time. After 15 minutes of Apple Bloom's whining and Sweetie Belle's a cappella rendition of 99 Buckets of Oats on the Wall, every single one of their cellmates were ready to swear off jaywalking and littering forever. In light of this unexpected result, the police department decided to hire the CMCs to assist in suspect interrogations. The girls are eager to get started and are looking forward to getting their cutie marks in annoying persuasive techniques. And in other news, legal troubles continue to mount for Spike, as now his tongue has been separately implicated in a recent string of gem robberies. According to the police report, Spike's tongue has the ability to act independently of its owner, and over time it has developed its own lust for tasty jewels. As a result, it has been snaking its way out of Spike's mouth at night while he slept, breaking into jewelry stores and mugging ponies on the street for gems. Police were initially baffled by the thefts, as the perpetrator left no footprints or fingerprints at the crime scene, but did leave behind large amounts of saliva. A break finally came in the case one night when Spike awoke to find that his tongue had stretched itself out the door, down the street, and into the First National Bank of Ponyville, where it was attempting to lick its way into the vault. In a panic, Spike called 911. Here is an excerpt from that call.
911, what is your emergency?
The tongue is robbing a bank!
I'm sorry, you'll have to speak more clearly.
I said my tongue is robbing a bank!
Sir, are you aware that prank calling 911 is a felony?
This isn't a thing! My tongue is evil!
You hung a weevil?
The tongue is stealing news!
Your dung is really cool?
What kind of idiot are you?
I'm not even going to touch that one.
What?
Thankfully, the police were able to trace the call and then follow the sneaking tongue to the scene of the crime. After a tense standoff where the tongue had taken a security guard hostage and threatened to lick him to death, the police were able to subdue the obstinate organ by covering an exposed portion with Appaloosa Al's 5-alarm fire sauce, helpfully provided by Pinkie Pie, who happened to be up cooking a late-night batch of hot sauce cupcakes. At the sentencing, the judge ordered the aberrant appendage to serve 6 months at Ponyville Penitentiary. Seeing as this was not possible without surgically removing the tongue from Spike's mouth, the judge agreed to an alternative sentence. Spike will spend the next half year wearing a cage over his head, and the tongue will have to serve 1,000 hours of community service cleaning the toilets at the Ponyville train station. Back to you, Joe.
What do you mean selling crystal ponies is a dishonorable ploy just to make money and that crystal ponies have no intrinsic value whatsoever? Blank, your ideas are going to get us in trouble. Thank you, Tech Rat! Safety is always a top priority for government. That's why the Celestia administration has taken many steps to ensure laws allow for the well-being of all ponies. Laws such as limiting each pony to owning only one world-destroying amulet, restricting Rainbow Dash's sonic rain booming to a distance of 10 miles from populated areas, except in occurrence of royal wedding receptions, and banning derby hooves from touching matches. That's a hard one to enforce. Sometimes, however, these laws can go too far. It's just like that ban on assault party cannons. What makes a party cannon an assault party cannon? And can you really assault some pony with a party? Sure, you can assault some pony with cake, but a party? No time for that debate now. The law we are discussing is the law requiring ponies to wear helmets in the vicinity of Tank the Tortoise. Citizens are protesting this law, claiming it is an overreach of government safety regulations. We asked Rainbow Dash to comment on this story, who quoted, "It doesn't make sense. Sure, it hurts a bunch to get hit by a flying tortoise." She wrote tortoise. Not funny, Rainbow Dash. And yeah, concussions are not a laughing matter, unless it happens to Applejack. She wrote the laugh line too. But I don't wear a helmet when I'm breaking the speed of sound and zooming through trees. I guess some ponies are just weak. While some ponies dislike wearing a helmet, no pony likes getting hit in the head with a flying tortoise. Leading the citizens' resentment of the new tortoise helmet law is an earth pony named Aeschylus. Apparently, he's writing a play about how dumb the new law is. We asked him to comment on this story, and he had this to say. Oh, this just in. Tank is wanted in a homicide. And someone who just had his name cleared of a homicide charge is LTT Moose with this week's Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.
Thanks, Joe. This is LTT Moose, and I'm on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades special financial report, Angry Bits. We teach you the wise investment strategies you need to keep your hard-earned bits. It's great news right now, folks, because right now we are in a bull market. Whoa, yeah. The bears have been completely broken by the purchasing power of the ponies in Ponyville. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty, okay? I can hear you. I can hear you through the screen. I hear you saying, "Hey, Moose, I'm a smart guy. I know what to do with my bits. Why should I take them out of the haystack and put them in some sort of investment company when 5 months from now it could be discorded into an 18th century Spanish galleon that's going to sink amongst the weeping of widows? No! Stop crying! That's loser talk! Number one, stop investing in Sweet Apple Acres, okay? That's gonna solve 99% of your problem right there. Secondly, there are businesses out there that are in a growth market that are not in constant states of apparel. Specifically, apparel.
I like puns.
Yes, Rarity's Boutique. It's recovered from its initial horrendous opening fashion show and subsequent devouring by Paris Brights. Right now, she's expanded into the global market, is tapping foreign markets. She's expressly shipped many, many straw hats up to the Crystal Empire. They can't get enough of those things up there. Her stock price is ready to rise faster than a flaming duck. That's why RTYB is my pick of the week. So buy it now.
What is sticking?
All right, let's take some calls. What do you say? All right, Boiler Room from Manhattan. You're going live. Go. Bazinga to you too, my friend. What can I do you for?
I'd like to know your opinion on Maryville Comics Limited.
I tell you this much, I love it. I love it. It's managed to snap up 3 of the most hottest IPs in the comic industry right now. All of them are set to be turned into major motion pictures within the course of the next 3 years, with sequels, trilogies, prequels, everything that you could possibly imagine to go along with a movie franchise. Merchandising! The merchandise! Ne'er-do-well, Daring Do, Star Stroll the Beard and the Harry Potter ripoff. It's all big sellers amongst the disposable income demographics, and there's no stopping that juggernaut.
On the juggernaut, Philly.
Next up, Sunny Day Trader, Cadillac, go! Bazinga! Hey-oh, Bazinga! What can I do for ya?
Getting a lot of buzz lately? Spike's pet sitting service?
Oh. I'm just gonna stop you right there, okay? Because you just said the magic words. This thing's been getting a lot of buzz recently, but I want you to know, this thing is toxic. Toxic, I'm slipping under. Okay, this is the worst thing in the world. People have been asking me, and I'm gonna tell you straight up right now. This business, if it can be called such, is basically the biggest pony scheme in existence. All right, sure, it all looks legitimate up front, but let's take a deeper look, shall we?
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, here's what we know. First off, the guy's unpredictable. 1 minute, he's keeping up with the biggest workaholic in a known existence, Twilight Sparkle.
This is my book.
And the next, he can't even operate a broom properly. Secondly, I know for a fact that this guy's subcontractors are not legitimate professionals. They're amateur skydivers, bobsledders, bowlers, whatever they're deciding to do this week. They change jobs quicker than Bon Bon changes voices.
Oh my god.
Alright, and lastly, and really I should have mentioned this first, because really it's the only thing you need to know before you not invest with this guy. He eats all the profits! I'm not talking about he just takes them and spends them on something, buys himself something nice for himself. No, he takes the gems that people pay him, physically puts them in his mouth, and then eats them. Okay, this is the most insane part of it. All right, he doesn't even take care of the pets that he did, but half the time they're just right full. Right in the nose. Oh.
Thank you, LTT Moose. While Spike's legal troubles continue, it seems that one charge has actually been dropped. Spike has been wanted for kidnapping a phoenix for many months now. Apparently, no pony seemed to care or notice that Spike had a phoenix with him when no authorized sale of such creature had been registered. As every pony knows, phoenixes are considered a safety hazard, and the law states that all ponies in possession of a phoenix need to pass a background check. Thankfully, Spike has returned the phoenix, and both his kidnapping charges and unlawful possession charges have been dropped. Unfortunately, ponies are still in search of a baby kraken that went missing 3 months ago. And here's Mason Alcat with this week's Chomping at the Bit.
I'm not watching Gummy again. Sorry, forget it. First off, you said he didn't have any teeth. I found out the hard way that he does. Yes, 7 stitches. No, Pinky, unless his teeth are retractable, I don't understand why you don't feel anything when he bites you. Secondly, he's more clinically unstable than you are. He may look like he's staring off into space, but he's really planning his next attack. Well, you can tell my dog Jenna he's sorry when you see her again. Look, my segment's about to start. I'll talk to you after you get back from the Crystal Empire. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm just not happy with Gummy right now, okay? He's with Spike. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Greetings, Ponyville. I've been asked to give you this pony public service announcement. While the owners are away, the pets need a place to stay. Here's where the Ponyville Pet Sitting Network comes into play, which I just happen to be a member of. Knowing that your precious companion's somewhere to stay is just a phone call away is a great stress relief, especially when you are called away for a royal assignment. The ponies in our network love animals and are Fluttershy approved, so you know they're in good hooves. However, when we created this network, we had doggies, kitties, maybe a few birds and hamsters in mind. But we did not, however, expect to receive every manner of creature like a psychotic crocodile, a foul-tempered bunny, or a multiple-headed hydra. We do not have the training to handle such creatures. We are volunteers, not beastmasters. If you wish to have your fashion-savvy sea serpent or your mild-mannered manicore taken care of, please contact the Equestria Exotic Animal Company, located just outside the Everfree Forest near Fluttershy's house. They will be able to take care of your furry friend without fear. Well, okay, a little fear, maybe some tranquilizers, but rest assured your friends will be safe, and so will your town. For all of your other pet needs, feel free to call the Ponyville Pet Sitting Network. No, Caleb! Put Philomena down! She's flammable! Back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Mason Alcat. Plank, you want to introduce the weather segment? Here's the weather.
Yes, Rainbow Dash, I understand that Brayburn broke your heart. However, that doesn't mean that all of Ponyville has to suffer. No, you don't understand, Rainbow Dash. All of Ponyville does... Are we live? Oh dear. I don't even have my fancy clothes on. I mean, this is last minute. Very well. Serves me right. Rainbow, I'm gonna have to call you back. No, Rainbow, no, Life doesn't revolve around you, Rainbow Dash! Sorry about that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Hackalot Spark, and welcome to the EQI Weather Center. As we speak, the ponies in Ponyville are gearing up for what could be the biggest winter wrap-up in history. However, some ponies are indeed wondering where it all goes. Well, with the help of my map of Equestria, as well as new radar I've installed around Equestria, we should be able to find out where the snow goes. However, unfortunately, due to Pinkie Pie's recent action of using my radar tower as a golf ball, Celestia knows how she got a golf club that big, I won't be able to show you how it's done. However, I will be able to explain it in detail. It turns out that the snow is actually a handoff process, where the ponies of Ponyville begin wrapping up the process and then handing off to the residents of Cantula. Then it moves on towards the Crystal Mountains, where it is reported that the snow will later arrive in Cleveland, home of big grilled cheese sandwiches and WWE superstar The Miz, that lovable jerk. So there you have it, the science behind the winter wrap-up and where the snow really goes. From the EQI Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Hackalot Spark. Back to you, Joe.
That was the weather. If you were wondering if Spike is actually going to prison, don't worry. All laws in Equestria state that no pony can break the law. Spike is a dragon and therefore exempt. At least that's what his lawyers are saying. Celestia could amend the laws to actually apply to dragons as well as ponies, but that's a lot of paperwork and she likes to have Spike around for sending letters and keeping her tea hot. Be sure to tune in to live coverage of Las Pegasus coming this month in February. I, Joe Stevens and LTT Moose will be once again interviewing guests, introducing panels, and finding as many Snowflake cosplayers as possible. Tune in February 22nd to 24th for Las Pegasus. Yeah! I'm Joe Stevens, and this has been the Equestria Inquirer. Good night, and good luck.